Say hello to the updated Infiniti QX80. No more V8, we now have a twin-turbo V6, new styling, updates to the technology, luxury, and take a look at that new interior. We have plenty of nice materials, wood with inlaid metal there, tons of leather. Take a look at that quilting on the seats. We have speakers in the headrests, nice new screens here with this lower touchscreen for your seat controls, climate, and so forth. Let's see what this full-size luxury SUV is like now. So the Infiniti QX80 absolutely needed a thorough refresh to stay competitive with the latest generation Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, Lexus LX, some of the German rivals, and they brought a nice update. Shared with the platform mate, the Nissan Armada and Patrol, which has also been updated now. QX80, new exterior styling, new interior, better materials, some of those nice special touches that befits a flagship luxury SUV. Now I'm a little bit spoiled because I am in a top tier autograph model, which means it has all the bells and whistles, the nicest interior, all the tech, and obviously will cost the most. But it'll be very interesting to see what it's like to live with. I got to drive this already when it first came out, got to see it in the studio, preview it. So they check a lot of the boxes that you expect in a vehicle of this segment. So let's see what it's like to live with and how it compares to some of the other full-size luxury SUV rivals. Quick tour around the outside of the QX80, checking out some of the updates. So we have these new piano key DRLs. That's a new design language for Infiniti. They're supposed to look like a bunch of piano keys. Down here we have this cutout. That's for airflow, creates like an air curtain around the wheels for better aerodynamics. Again, you have a lot of frontal area with a large SUV like this. They have the more 3D looking Infiniti logo, which I learned is not supposed to be a mountain peak. It's supposed to be a road going off infinitely into the horizon, hence Infiniti. So I learned that recently. Take a look at the side profile. These are 22-inch wheels, which actually don't look that big on this SUV. I mean, the Escalade now comes on 24-inch wheels, so wheels are just getting bigger and bigger as the vehicles get bigger and bigger. These door handles would usually sit flush, but the car is currently on and unlocked, so the door handles pop out like this. We have the fixed side steps down here, and then back here we have this autographed cursive script, letting you know it is the top-tier trim. And then around back we have updated taillights, this big taillight bar that also kind of echoes the design of the front DRLs. And then down here, here's a cool detail. The four-wheel drive badge is like vertically oriented. It's supposed to echo the look of like Japanese characters, so channeling some of that Japanese heritage, which I think is pretty cool, with the Infiniti lettering back here too. We are taking the QX80 on a trip to Chicago this week. Loaded up my bags in the trunk. We've got this really cool lighting back here on the sill plate. Folded the third row seats down. All right, everything's loaded up. Time to hit the road. We have some pretty cool lighting at night to play around with. I think there should be a welcome sequence. Ooh, making those big screens look very nice. It's a little bit grainy, but this nighttime resolution is not bad. It's really bright because it's pretty dark out right now. I'm actually quite impressed with that. We've got our heated massage seats going, heated steering wheel, and we're trying out ProPilot Assist. So we actually have hands-free on this highway. So just sit here paying attention. Let's test out how the driver assistance tech in the QX80 handles this road trip. So I have the ProPilot screen pulled up here. It's got some pretty cool graphics. There's no traffic around, but it would show the lanes and then vehicles in your blind spot and around. And it also shows in the heads-up display up there too. So blue means hands-free. There's a little sensor watching me. Just sit here paying attention. A little bit of traffic, so it'll show blind spot and vehicles around you. So there's a couple different way lane changes can occur. The system will prompt you if you're sitting in the left lane to go right. So that prompt pulled up. I press the button, hand on the wheel, check traffic, check the blind spot. It will make the lane change. There we go. And then once it completes, it'll turn blue again and go hands-free. And then I can also request it with the turn signal. So indicate right, hand on the wheel, it's green, check the blind spot, good to go. Finish the lane change and it will go back to full hands-free. And a second, there we go. So that's lane changes. So that's what that little lane change button is for on the steering wheel. Alright, so I got booted off the hands-free ProPilot. Gotta keep a hand on the wheel now. It said HD map under maintenance or some sort of warning message like that. So no more hands-free. Not sure if this part of the freeway is not mapped. It's happened actually twice now. Thought it was a fluke the first time, but happened again. So keeping a hand on the wheel. Not sure why this part of the road wouldn't be mapped because it's the same section of freeway. I mean, I'm on the same highway for 200 miles right now. So hands back on the wheel. Yesterday was quite a long and late night driving out, but made it, passed out immediately. So some thoughts on the ProPilot Assist system. The best, I think, is the GM Super Cruise system in terms of hands-free on the freeway. If that's a 10 out of 10, I give this a solid 6.5 out of 10. Out of the 4.5 hour, 300-ish mile drive, I think about 50% of it was hands-free. It kept popping up with the error like HD map under maintenance, like put your hand back on the wheel. So only half of it was maybe fully hands-free, even though it was on the same freeway for like 200 miles. I just did that same drive in a GMC Hummer with Super Cruise, and I estimate probably 95% of the drive was fully hands-free. This system also won't do full lane changes on its own, Super Cruise will. So it's better than the regular ProPilot system and kind of your basic driver assistance systems with lane keeping and adaptive cruise, but it's not quite the most advanced or the best out there. This is one of the weirdest Google Map errors I've seen. It's Lake Cook Road, not Lake Cool Road, and it's been like this for a couple years now where it says Lake Cool Road, and it's a pretty major road in the Chicago suburbs. It's Lake Cook Road. Weird. Down to 18 miles empty, so we'll go ahead and fuel up. Been averaging 19 miles per gallon. Majority of that has been a freeway drive. It is still a big, heavy SUV. Speaking of big, heavy SUVs, I am nowhere close to being far forward enough. I think it's long, and that should be enough. Fuel doors were like way back there. I got out, I was like, that's not gonna reach. I assume this twin turbo V6 requires premium, yep, which means $4 here in Chicago. 20.699 gallons later. Let's see how much range that will give us. 452 miles. There are no bad seats in the QX80. You have the executive rear seat. See? You can have massage, heated, ventilated, everything. You have plenty of space. I'm excited. I'm back visiting my friends and we're getting our favorite Vietnamese place. I'm excited. You guys don't seem excited enough.
Yay.
Welcome.
I'm excited for the food.
No, I'm excited.
Welcome to the QX80 Autograph. Nice. This is the updated latest generation Infiniti QX80.
Oh, I accidentally turned it on for the wrong seat.
We have a welcome sequence when you unlock the QX80, so the logo lights up, the DRLs do that quick little dance, and then we have this puddle lamp down here, projection that says Infiniti. Now, heated seats, turn that on, heated steering wheel. We'll turn the temperature up. Can you do the slidey slide? Yes, you can. There was a little bit of a lag there. It vibrates though, you get the haptic feedback. I think we can also change the interior colors, so we'll go, oh, here we go, I missed it. Interior light, colored ambient. Ooh, so there's some preset different colors, but I think there should be, yep, the full color wheel. So that's brightness, and this allows me to select. So we can see that accelerating, there's kind of a green, there's a blue, pink, and also down in the speaker grill too. Go to an orange, here's a yellow, so you can pick whatever color you want. There's a themes. Oh, does it like mix and match? No, there's like within the theme, I think. Lilac flower, green grass, yellow firefly. Here are the autumn theme ones. This has a quite nice interior. They did a very good job with the materials and some of the details. So we have the semi-aniline leather here on the seats. It's this like really dark red. And this quilting here, you see those little points of stitching? They call that dot quilting, and apparently it's done by hand, but really cool pattern here. And then we've got the Autograph logo. The Klipsch sound system with the speakers and a headrest up front. They are massaged. So the seating materials are definitely quite nice. Like this trim is open pore wood. You can feel the texture, and we have inlays of aluminum. I think it's aluminum metal right here that changes like the spacing. That's some lighting. You can see better at night. Door panels here. So this is a autograph trim, which means it has the nicest of all the materials and so forth. Like it's very well optioned. This is pretty much a loaded model. We have dual 14.3-inch screens. They're connected, stretching across the dash here. Digital cluster, your infotainment. I'm running wireless CarPlay right now. We'll play around a bit more with the built-in system, but more of those nice materials. We have that wood trim here. It's cool, like lines that cascade. These light up at night, and you can see it a bit during the day with the Infiniti lettering there. More of that red leather. The lower touchscreen here controls things like your climate. I've got my heated seat on. I can turn my heated steering wheel, and you get like this vibrational haptic feedback whenever you touch the screen. You can actually hear it. You can also like swipe to change the temperature very quickly. And then we can go to rear climate control and our drive modes and some vehicle stuff. So you have personal, standard, eco sport, tow, snow. You can control air suspension, your four-wheel drive. I'm just in auto right now. So this lower touchscreen controls a lot of these functions. Below that, we have our push buttons for our transmission selector. And then this is like for air suspension, and it pulls up your cameras. In terms of the powertrain, what has changed? Well, the V8 is gone from the previous generation. We now have a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, the VR35. It makes 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, which is an increase of 50 horsepower and 103 pound-feet of torque compared to the outgoing V8. Still a body-on-frame rear-wheel drive platform with available four-wheel drive like this model has. The transmission is a 9-speed automatic sourced from the Nissan Titan. And then for the powertrain, you just have the one option. There's no V8, there's no diesel, there's no hybrid of any sort. With some competitors, Lincoln Navigator just gives you the EcoBoost V6, I think. Cadillac Escalade, you have the gas V8. There was a diesel, which they've removed. Then obviously you have the V, which is pretty ridiculous, over the top, supercharged V8. And then the Germans like to give you a lot of different options, but with the Infiniti QX80, you just have this 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. It's a pretty smooth powertrain. The transmission, I've noticed a couple times, maybe stuttered a little bit, but we definitely have a very torquey V6. That VR35, you could say it's technically related to the GTR. I mean, it's in the same family, right? The VR30 and the Nissan Z, the VR35, and the VR38. Nighttime, remote started the QX80 to let things warm up. Also, take a look at that little smart car. Yes or no, would that fit in the trunk of the QX80? I think it would. I think it's tiny. This is kind of amusing. In the center cluster, when you don't have your ProPilot system on, you just have this tiny little model of the QX80. Look how small that is. But it'll update with turn signals. It'll show like when you hit the brakes and so forth. But then we go ahead and turn on ProPilot Assist. That's what it's supposed to look like. So yeah, keep getting the steering assist limited HD map under maintenance. I'm interpreting that as they just don't have this road properly mapped, but then it just like randomly will go hands-free. So let's see how this drive goes. Welcome to the Infiniti QX80 Autograph, honey.
Thank you.
It has massage seats, heated seats. We're gonna turn all those things on for you.
Fancy.
It's got a nice sound system. It's got a refrigerator. It's
has
massive.
A refrigerator?
Yeah, it's got a cool box in the middle.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Costco practicality test. Alrighty, we have some protein chocolate milk stuff.
One-handed, nice.
One-handed.
We have some toothpaste.
Toothpaste. It's like a Costco haul. Space heater, because Angel's always cold.
That is correct.
Organizer, because Angel has a lot of things to organize. Cosmetic,
this
yes.
This is all my stuff.
Well, it's not going to be for my makeup, although those are nice little storage drawer things.
Yeah, you can use this for other things beyond makeup.
Yeah.
Right?
We have
a makeup mirror.
The makeup mirror. That's for me.
You can use this just for regular mirror things.
I don't really ever use the mirror. And there we go.
The exterior kind of looks like the Defender, I will say. Don't you think?
Because it's kind of boxy.
Yeah, it's boxy. This is nice.
The autograph script. All the QX80s when they first came out were in this like metal gray color. It's got some flake to it. You can see some of that sheen right there. And we have special 22-inch wheels. Although I will say, on something this big now, 22-inch wheels actually don't look huge. The Escalade now comes on 24-inch wheels, which is frankly a little bit ridiculous. But 22-inch wheels on the QX80 Autograph. Do you need help, honey?
No, I spilled water on myself.
Just got home and finished unloading the QX80. Take a look at the taillight bar. It's got these individual segments here, which really echo the look of the piano key front DRLs. I do like this rear angle of the updated QX80. With that, we are going to head inside for the night. It's movie night. We're going to watch Lord of the Rings. We'll see you guys tomorrow. They hide the windshield wiper underneath this roof spoiler thing, so you can see the sweep here on the rear windshield, but the actual wiper is hidden underneath there. Infiniti QX80 in the driveway, angel for scale. It is a rather large SUV, but it befits this size segment.
It's taller than me in heels.
It is taller than you in heels. Good thing there is a side step.
I was gonna be like, I don't need no side step.
You sure? No soft closed doors. I think the Escalade does have soft closed doors. At least the Platinums that I've driven do indeed have soft closed doors. And we are going to Costco to pick up some things, right? And Kirkland to Costco.
Such a big fan, evidently.
Costco's happiness. Costco's great. You can fit a lot of Costco in the QX80. Not a paid product placement from Costco, but it should be. Kirkland's, please sponsor me. We have a wireless phone charger here, slots in, but you want to make sure you leave this open because a lot of heat gets generated with some of these wireless phone chargers. We have USB-C ports right there, and actually behind, you see that texture? It's supposed to be like sand in like a Japanese Zen garden. So they've textured that, and also down here, a little storage bin underneath. That's also textured the same way. Let's take a second and third row tour of the QX80. So we have the executive captain's chairs here. They have that similar quilting with the dot quilting in the middle, that nice leather. They're not exactly the same as the front seats because we don't have the speakers in the headrest, but they are powered, heated, and cooled, and massage. So we can go ahead and, let's see, turn this on. We have a screen in the middle. So you have climate, ventilated heated seats, seat adjustment. So we can go ahead, I'm gonna move this seat just to show you guys. So that angles it forward and back. You can adjust the seat from the tablet. Why? This is all like dark mode, right? But when you go to adjust the seat, it pulls up this like eye-searingly bright, retina-destroyingly bright screen. Wow, that's super, super bright. Why is it not all dark mode? That's weird. Ventilated heated seats, and then we have seat massage. So I can go ahead and turn on my massage settings here. The same, it looks like the same three as the front, change intensity and the speed. So both of these seats here are massage, heated and cooled. Cup holders, we have more storage here. And then again, that nice material going everywhere. Same thing on the door, you see ambient lighting with the wood, the open pore wood with the inlaid metal trim. The Klipsch speakers back here. The sound system is pretty wild in this QX80 Autograph. No speakers in the headrest like I mentioned. These have speakers there. Just a regular headrest. And let's go hop into third row. Let's see what that's like. This center console arrangement is exclusive to the fancier seating here with the dual captain's chairs, right? So you can get a more conventional second row. But I'm gonna go ahead and fold the third row seats back up. They're currently down. We have one touch power up and down, so press those and they will go up on their own. And let's see, at 6'3", how well I can fit, how well or not well I can fit in the third row of the QX80. So wait, this one, here we go. You press and hold, and then the entire seat, is it one touch? Okay, you press and hold, and then you can let go. So that folds all the way forward to now climb, whoa, it gets real close, to climb into the third row. The hardest part is always trying to look dignified when climbing back here. All right. Oh, that headrest is like in the middle of my back. There we go. Okay. All right, headroom. My hair is brushing on the roof line here. We do have heated seats back. Oh, have they been on this entire time? I think the third row heated seats have been on the entire time I've been driving the car this week. This is my first time climbing back here, and those heated seats have been on. Whoops. USB-C port, a lot of charging ports all over the vehicle. What does this do? This must fold. Oh, that's reclining my seat actually. Oh, you can recline a bit. Nice. But now for the slightly more concerning part. Let's see. How much leg room will I have when this second row seat moves back? Oh! I have leg room. Not much, but I have leg room. And I have feet room. My feet were not crushed. Oh, wow. Not bad. I'm impressed. I can actually fit back here as an adult. And it's not like utter torture. All right, once you move the headrest up and you could recline it back, this is actually not bad. I'm impressed. Good job, Infiniti. Good job. To get out, you press and hold that. And then it gets out of the way automatically for you. You have that nice carpeting back here too. Okay, here we go. We have the step. And then we can press this. And that seat will return back to its position. We have some climate controls here on the back of the center console, heated, cooled seats, and so forth. I presume that's what you would use if you don't have the fancy tablet center console. Some final thoughts on what it has been like to live with the updated Infiniti QX80. Like I said, this was a very much needed update, and overall, they did a quite good job. Some of my favorite things would be the Klipsch sound system. The 24-speaker, 1200 watt sound system is really impressive, and I love the speakers in the headrest. When you have a phone call, it just plays the call through your driver headrest speakers, and like music in the rest of the vehicle can keep playing, and the person on the other end of the phone will not hear that music. Turn-by-turn direction can also come through here, so the sound system is definitely very impressive when you upgrade it. And also the materials, the interior materials, the touch points, some of the details like the open pore wood with the metal, that I think is a strong point for the QX80. Something that's just all right, the technology integration is good, right? But it doesn't have enough of the wow factor. Like the cameras, right? They're nice, they have all of them, but it's not like crystal clear. It doesn't have enough of the pizzazz, over-the-top tech stuff that some of the really competitive full-size luxury SUVs or any luxury SUV has in this segment. I did not love the ProPilot Assist driver assistance stuff. I wasn't the most impressed with that. I know without a doubt, Cadillac Escalade with GM Super Cruise is a stronger driver assistance hands-free system, but this checks all the good boxes you want in a big luxury SUV. It's got the air suspension, it's got plenty of power and torque, it's got presence, new lighting, really cool design features that feels authentically Japanese, right? They really talked about inspiration of the Zen gardens with the sand and the texturing on different surfaces and the reflection of the taillights and things like that, right? A lot of cool little details that if you learn about, it gives it a more authentic character. In terms of value, it's still a decent value, but not quite as amazing as before. In the past, if you got something like the QX80 compared to, again, Escalade Navigator, it was a decent amount less expensive, and that made it a fantastic value proposition. I think they moved a little bit on market in terms of pricing. Like this one here, top of the line trim is $110,000-ish. Which is still cheaper than if you look at it Escalade Platinum, but not so much more cheaper that you're like, wow, I'm getting such a great bargain. But that, at the same time, they've stepped it up a bit, right? It is a much more impressive option. So there are some thoughts on what it's been like to live with the QX80 Autograph. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thanks for watching.